The Bengals successfully waited out Trey Hendrickson after an excruciating 6 months of dealing with his holdout, but in this video, I'll explain the risk that they are now taking on. Hi again, Bengals fans. John Sheeran of A to Z Sports Cincinnati here, and I can't believe I'm finally saying this, but the Cincinnati Bengals and Trey Hendrickson have finally come together on a new contract extension. Oh, wait a minute. No, they haven't, because it's not an extension. It's just a $14 million pay raise for the 2025 season. And I'm just going to come out and say it. That is exactly why I can't say that this is a win for either side involved here. I simply cannot believe that Hendrickson, who started all of this back in February, no, it goes beyond just that, right? This has been a thing since 2022, when he first realized that he was being underpaid by the Bengals when he was on that 4-year, $60 million deal that he signed in 2021. He realized that, hey, I should be getting some future guarantees here, like the other best pass rushers in the NFL. And the Bengals were like, yeah, we'll take care of that eventually, right? And of course they didn't, right? All they gave him was a 1-year extension in 2023. They gave him some upfront money, like $8 million or so, but it just prolonged his ability to gain a new contract with actual guarantees in it. And then in 2024, he does everything in his power to prove himself as one of the very best players rushing the quarterback. He was in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. He earned his first All-Pro honor. He led the league in sacks. There was basically nothing else that he could have done to establish himself as someone who was worthy of an actual grown-up NFL contract. And the Bengals still did not want to give that to him. They started negotiations with just a meager 1-year extension, and they eventually worked up to a 3-year, $95 million extension, according to the Athletic's Diane Rossini. But that extension, in classic Bengals fashion, did not contain any guarantees beyond the first year. Throughout this entire offseason, the Bengals have basically said, Trey, we like you for this season, but beyond the season, And of course, Hendrickson had every right to stand on a soapbox and proclaim that he was worthy of a contract that was similar to that of Max Crosby, TJ Watt, and other contemporaries of his. And for all of this to end with a simple pay raise for this season and the promise of free agency next year. What? But here's the kicker. On paper, the Bengals look like the clear winners here. They're going to get a full season from one of the NFL's best defensive ends without him having any assurances beyond this year, which is basically unheard of. There's a reason why players are holding in or holding out with just 1 year left on their deal, and it's because they don't want to look into the future and see nothing but mystery. And the Bengals are getting away with that, but what no one else seems to be talking about is the risk that they're taking on here. Because if Hendrickson has another dominant season, and there's nothing to indicate that that's not going to be the case this season, what are they going to do next year? Are they going to give him guarantees when he's a year older? Are they going to place the franchise tag on him and make him even more mad? If they let Hendrickson walk after he has another quality season, are they just going to rely on Shamar Stewart and Myles Murphy at that point? To make that bet now, when neither one of them have shown anything remotely close to being a competent pass rusher, it's the same thing as replacing Jesse Bates with a second-year player in Dax Hill. So even though the Bengals definitely feel like they're taking the safer route here, I can't ignore the risk that they're actually taking on. And you know damn well that Hendrickson is going to do everything in his power to completely ball out and earn a massive contract next year. And I guess it just won't be the Bengals who pay that, because if that were the case, then they would have already given him a multi-year extension right now. So to me, this is a very uninspiring ending to this elongated saga, but I want to hear your thoughts as well. Who do you think won in this contract negotiation, the Bengals or Hendrickson? Let me know in the comments down below.